Oh, baby. I gotta think of new lines for the intro, but who cares, man? We got a good matchup here today. We have the greatest 3-2-1, and he's going up against good old G.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you listening?
Ricky J. Sports.
What is up, people? This is Ricky J, man, from Ricky J Sports. Welcome to another round of 32 matchup, man. I am so pumped up just because we are slowly nearing the end of this tournament, and the fights are getting heated, the fights are getting intense, and I just can't wait to see how this tournament pans out. And just for the record, the winner of this bout is going to face, I'm just looking at the bracket on the side here, they're going to face the winner of the SJTFMH 231 and the FCB matchup. So this is going to be crazy because whoever can come through here is going to have a tough go at it. You know, the Vegas odds have FCB moving through, but who knows? Anything is possible in this tournament. And we got the classic Nick Diaz versus George St. Pierre, and the lead up to this fight was amazing. Remember that back in the day when Nick was telling George, "I wish I was pampered, man. I wish I was pampered." And George didn't really know what that meant. And he's like, "You think I'm afraid of you, man? You really think I'm afraid of you?" Oh, it was awesome. But the one thing is, the greatest can't be standing there and going in boxing range. It's just like the real fight. George was so smart. He knew that he didn't have elite boxing against Nick, and he took the fight to the mat. And I love how George in that fight was just hopping over as Nick was trying to roll. Do you guys remember that? Nick was trying to roll into guard, and George was hopping over, and he had the wrist control. He was hopping over back and forth. Or I think Nick was holding on to his wrist. I can't remember, but I love how George was hopping over to avoid Nick from rolling. And then Nick after said that there was a mole in his camp that was telling GSP what he was doing leading up to it. But anyway, let's get back to this fight. So we're really seeing OG let things go here. And the question is, man, do you think he's going a little too fast, too soon? And the greatest is content with hanging back and taking a back seat. It's like watching OG on stage. He'll let him do his thing, and then when he's done, he'll take over. Nice head movement. But I'm really impressed with the patience of the greatest. And OG is sucking the stamina out of himself here. And he's missing, too. Great defense by the greatest 3-2-1. Oh! And the greatest is saying, "Ricky, forget your little comment about boxing range, brother. I can box with GSP." I just think, you know, the percentages, brother, the percentages of winning the fight would most likely be by clinching or wrestling. But to each his own. He's doing amazing. He's doing amazing. And OG seems to be slowing down just a touch, man. Oh, man. And the stamina is just... Ooh, even the greatest is draining his stamina, looking for the finish here. And as the good old Randy Couture would say, he's blowing his wad. Oh, he just dropped the controller and ran to the fridge for a drink, man. He didn't care. He knew that submission didn't have enough time to get it all locked in. But what an exciting round, man. We saw OG come out like a wild bull, man. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like the greatest was like, I will see your bull show or your bullfight. I'll be the matador, man, and then I'll take you out later on. I know, not the greatest analogy, but these videos are raw, big dog. But this kid here, oh, man. He's taking his chances with that, though. I would stick to boxing because you don't want to whiff on a kick and then get KO'd with one big strike by Diaz. But the thing that's really impressing me here is the greatest's defense. He's got to stop doing that silly stuff. Oh my gosh. This is going to be an epic comeback. if OG can come back here after getting hurt a bunch of times here. But I think the greatest was getting a little too confident, trying to go for a highlight reel knockout. And again, I was saying, man, you got to stop kicking. Oh, and OG's doing the right thing with Nick. Volume. And George's head health, you guys know this, man. His head health is not the best in this game, which I think is bogus. Holy cow, I am locked in on this fight. I'm just tunnel vision, staring right at the screen. Just the greatest. He had the momentum, and then once he went with those silly kicks, oh my gosh. Guys. Oh my gosh. Now the tables have totally turned. And GSP just doesn't have the volume punching like Nick does. And look at him. Nick is just swarming him down. And OG is using Nick Diaz to perfection here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy, just touching him. A la Jason Perillo. We'd always say that. Oh my gosh. How the heck? What a comeback. That was amazing. And you know the greatest is whipping that controller in the fish bowl, or throwing it out the window, or whatever you want to call it, or whipping it against the screen. Let's hope he's not doing that. But this kid had it, man, and he got, in my opinion, he got a little too confident, and he blew it. There's no other technical term to say. Oh, man, he had him. If he was just patient and stuck to his great boxing skills and utilized that amazing defense, he kind of just threw out the game plan after he rocked him a bunch of times and started going bonkers with the kicks. But let's forget about it. Let's hope the greatest can just erase that from his memory bank and try to even up this series and utilize that great defense. And OG must be flying super high right here, man. But are we going to see, you know I'm going to say the line, are we going to see the same OG here? Or is he going to switch up his game plan? But it just seems like he's brewing with confidence. Wouldn't you be brewing with confidence after a win like that? That was spectacular. Like, we saw the greatest KO in the last fight with Romero. Big ups to Romero. But we may have seen the best comeback, one of the best comebacks. It didn't look too pretty for him, though, when the greatest was connecting with GSP. But this is going to be, I feel like this is going to be a tough one, because Garbrandt's boxing is great and even has good kicks, and Dillashaw is just powerful and so good all around. Oh, nice. But I like how OG is not going with anything too crazy. Kind of fighting like how I fight, just touching my opponent, keeping my stamina high, mixing in up high, down low, you know? Not trying to wow anybody with some crazy overhands or some crazy kicks. Just scoring and being effective with it. And he's doing that. Nice. But see, quick strikes, man. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, but the greatest, he's throwing 4-piece combos. And by the way, man, we ordered KFC just the other day. Shoutouts to the KFC crew. And honestly, it was the greatest meal I've ever had in my life. Or the greatest meal I've ever had in a long time. Holy cow, it was just unbelievable. I don't know if it's the nostalgic feeling of, we used to get KFC growing up, but it was amazing. I didn't, you know what, this is kind of gross. I didn't wash my hands after, so while I was watching TV, I could just sniff on my fingers and continue to get the KFC experience. I know, it's kind of lame, man. It's kind of lame, but you know what? Everybody's weird in their own way. Let's get back to the fight. Nice double unders right here. Good denial. Ooh, and we are seeing some clinch action. Great denials by OG. And nice hesitation. You see how he hesitated there? He hesitated because he felt like his opponent was pre-denying his transition into Thai. That's smart, man. OG is looking really smart. But let's get back to the KFC thing. You know what's so annoying with KFC? They have now made one whole chicken, 12 pieces. So the pieces that you get here in Canada are super small. I had like 5 pieces of chicken. And before it was only 9 pieces for one full chicken. And I think that really kills the quality of KFC. So if anybody's works at KFC, you go tell upper management that Ricky J Sports on YouTube says get back to the 9 pieces for one whole chicken. Because you're ruining the experience. But anyway, I'll stop talking about KFC. And by the way, I'm in love with macaroni salad from KFC. It's like a drug for me, man. But let's see if the greatest can do something. Here we go. Nice. And right on cue. I was saying, like, can he do something? Oh, no, he gets reversed. Beautiful job by OG of recognizing the momentum transition right there. And just switching right over. Oh, and this can't be good. This can't be good for the greatest. Oh, man. Wow, brutal ground and pound. This is nuts. I love how he's mixing in down, low, up, high. Oh, no, the greatest. Oh, his controller probably died on that one. But what a victory by OG. And potentially we could see FCB versus OG. My gosh, guys. It's crazy because I just can't picture any of those guys losing, especially after seeing OG, man, right here. But I can't wait for that. But remember, FCB still got to get through one more fight in order to see that golden matchup. But anyhow, people, this is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day. I'm out of here. And yeah, don't forget, you are awesome.